I'm here this evening. It's my honor to host the interview segment, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to waste absolutely no time, and we're going to invite contestant number 1 to join us on stage.
Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival.
All right. Good night, contestant number 1. Could you kindly tell the audience your name and the country you represent?
Good evening, Queen City. I am Miss Natisha Ali, representing the Twin Island state of Antigua and Barbuda. Your neighbor, Wat Dudley.
Thank you. And could you kindly tell us what your national costume represents?
Of course, I'll tell you. First of all, my costume is a combination of 2 of Antigua's greatest celebration. The Madras represents part of our national wear that we wear during the independence time. The colors are very important. For example, the red signifies the dynamism and blood of our people. Additionally, we have given it a particular carnival design. While I'm here, working here, my fellow brothers and sisters in Antigua are jamming in the streets of St. John's, enjoying and celebrating the emancipation of our African brothers and sisters. So, Nevis, no offense to you, but this is a signification of the Caribbean's greatest summer festival, Antigua's Carnival.
Fantastic. And now, the real thing I'm going to ask you, I'm going to get the bowl, and you're going to pick a number, and the corresponding judge will ask you a question, to which you will answer. Just let me get the bowl, Miss Antigua and Barbuda. Judge number 1.
Good evening, Miss Antigua. How are you doing this evening?
I feel awesome, thank you.
Great. My question to you this evening: what are your views on the decriminalization of marijuana, and should this be a consideration today for Caribbean governments? I repeat, what are your views on the decriminalization of marijuana, and should this be a consideration today for Caribbean governments?
Thank you for that rather interesting question. I believe that after looking at how America has decriminalized marijuana, it is indeed something to consider in the Caribbean. However, it should not be a rash decision to be made by the government. We should weigh the pros and cons, describe or define out how exactly we are going to allow it to be decriminalized. For example, are we just going to say everyone smoke it, or are we going to say we're going to use it for medicinal purposes? So all of these things need to be weighed by the government to ensure that the decision they make to decriminalize marijuana could be something that is rational and well thought of. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 1, give it up for Miss Antigua and Barbuda.
Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a
Make
wave,
welcome contestant number 2.
Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival.
Push it back, push it back, push it back. I know you're ready. Take a jump, take a jump, take a jump.
all right. Contestant number 2. Could you kindly tell the audience your name and the country you represent?
Good evening, Nevis. I am Tara Edward, Miss St. Lucia.
All right. And we will also want to know what your national costume represents.
I'm proud to depict my national costume, which is the Amazona versicolor, or Jacko, as it is commonly called, is my island's national bird. Jacko is just over a foot long and boasts beautiful multicolored feathers in green, emerald, cobalt, and orange. Jacko is a very shy bird, but occasionally can be spotted flying through the island's forestry.
Fantastic. And now, could you kindly pick a number from the bowl, and the corresponding judge will ask you a question. Judge, was this planned? Judge number 2.
Good evening, Tara.
Good evening, number 2.
Yes. Okay, and how has your short stay with us been so far?
Very fulfilling. I'm very full right now. They fed us very well.
Very great. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, now, Tara, here's a question for you. Now, you have the task of convincing a North American tourist, for example, that the Caribbean is the place to experience a vacation with a difference. What would you say to him or her?
The Caribbean is certainly the place to experience a vacation. The Caribbean people are very laid back. We love the beaches. We have beautiful sightseeing. And if you come on a vacation, you want to relax. You want to go around and experience the different cultures that the Caribbean offers. Taste the amazing food that we prepare, and also meet the amazing people that we Caribbean people certainly are. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for contestant number 2, Miss St. Lucia.
Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine,
And now it's time for contestant number 3.
it's carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's carnival.
Push it back, push it back, push it back. And now you're ready, take a jump. Pull that jump, pull that jump. Let's see you took it up, took it up, took it up. And then make you go, and everybody start to
All right, contestant number 3. Tell us your name and the country you represent.
Good evening, Queen City, Nevis. I am Odessa Eli, representing Dominica.
And the Nature Isle is in the house. Tell us what your national costume represent.
My national costume represents every aspect of Dominica, from the basket of fruits I wear on my head to the shoes on my feet. This fruit basket represents Dominica as the fruit basket of the Caribbean, as we are also known as. This fruit basket is also made by our Kalinago people. So this basket also represents our indigenous people. The different colors on my outfit represent different things about Dominica. For example, the green represents our lush vegetation, which is why we are known as the Nature Isle of the Caribbean. And the white represents our 365 crystal clear waters, crystal clear river waters.
All right, Miss Dominica. Miss Dominica, I'll kindly ask you to pick a number from the bowl, and you'll get your question. It's not number 3. Judge number 7.
Good night, Miss Dominica. How are you?
Good evening, I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay, so as an ambassador, there's the expectation that you would use this platform to enhance your country. What is one thing that you would want to change or improve in your country, and how would you accomplish that task?
For one, my platform as Miss Dominica is the power of perception. And with this platform, I aim to raise awareness on the fact that our perception of ourselves and our perception of the situation surrounding us can definitely impact our realities in life. And this is something I want to change. This is something I want to raise awareness about, not only in Dominica, but also throughout the Caribbean. That each person, especially young people, we should all envision positive things for ourselves. We should envision positive things for our communities and our countries in order to move forward in life. So, with this platform, I can surely change the way that many people think. I can change the way they think about themselves, and I can also get them to be more optimistic, to see that whatever they think they can achieve, they can surely achieve it, especially if they remember this quote from Henry Ford, that obstacles are those frightful things you see only when you take your eyes off your goal.
Contestant number 3, Miss Dominica.
Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's Carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave,
And
start a
now it's
wave
time to
up
welcome
now.
contestant number 4.
Start a wine up now, because it's Carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's Carnival. Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave, start a wave, start a wave up now. Start a wine, start a wine, start a wine up now, because it's Carnival.
All right, contestant number 4 is with us. Could you kindly introduce yourself? Tell us your name and the country you represent.
Good evening, everyone. I am representing Queen City, Nevis, Akeisha Fergus.
Thank you, Akeisha. Now tell us what your national costume represents.
Tonight, I give you a glimpse into history of the dresses worn by the rich and famous who visited our very own Bath Hotel for many grand social affairs back in the 18th century. And one event which comes to mind is the marriage of Lord Horatio Nelson and our very own Fanny Nisbet, where they entertained hundreds of guests for their wedding party at our then prestigious hotel, which is said to be the first hotel in the Caribbean region, built by Mr. John Huggins in 1778.
All right. Akeisha, could you kindly step up to the bowl and pick a number, please? Judge number 4.
Good evening, Akeisha.
Good evening.
My question to you this evening is, if you were to be crowned a Miss Caribbean Culture Queen tonight, what would you do to help promote the region as a tourist destination?
Can you repeat that question?
If you were to be crowned Miss Caribbean Culture Queen tonight, what would you do to help promote the region as a tourist destination?
If I were to be crowned tonight, I would advise each and every one of us to visit each other's island. And here we have 12 beautiful contestants that are coming from across the region. And here we can be ambassadors for each and every one of our countries when we go there and we visit. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 4, Miss Nevis.
Everybody take a jump, take a jump, take a jump up now. Start a wave.